Welcome back. You know you're here because you're ready to step up your B2B marketing game. And let's face it, sometimes it feels like you need a whole dictionary just to understand what people are even talking
Oh,
about.
absolutely. It's like a secret language.
So today, we're going to take a deep dive into some research that's going to help cut through all that.
Yeah, we're going to break it all down. And I think maybe even debunk a few marketing myths along the way.
Ooh, I love a good myth-busting session.
Me too.
Speaking of myths,
Mhm.
did you ever think we would see the day when trade shows would become, like, obsolete?
Well, maybe not extinct, but definitely their role is changing a lot, especially with buyers who are more comfortable online.
Yeah, it's all about adapting, isn't it?
It is all about adapting.
What's the biggest change you're seeing in B2B buying that's kind of shaking things up?
In one word, I would say anonymity. The research says that most B2B decision makers, they're totally anonymous when they're doing their initial research. So they're out there, they're looking at websites, they're checking out the competition, and you don't even know who they are.
That's wild. It's like trying to market to ghosts.
Right. It means your website, your content really has to work hard right from the start.
Mhm.
And, those traditional sales tactics that try to engage people early, they're really struggling to keep up.
Okay, so if the old playbook's not working anymore, what is? Is it just more tech, more ads?
More isn't always better.
Okay.
Think about it. Everyone's got a megaphone online these days, so cutting through the noise is more important than ever.
Uh-huh.
And that's where a really solid brand comes in.
Okay, I'm with you there. You got to stand out. You got to give people a reason to pick you over everybody else. So how do you actually do that? Is it all about some fancy algorithm?
Algorithms definitely have a place, but you got to start with something much more basic. A brand audit. It's like a health check for your brand,
Yeah.
It helps you see what makes you unique, what problems you solve better than anyone else,
Yeah.
and then how to tell people about it.
Makes sense. It's like figuring out your superpower and then shouting it from the rooftops in a
Yeah.
way that actually, connects with people.
Exactly. A strong brand, it's the foundation for everything you do online.
Okay.
And nowhere is that more important than on your website.
Right, because your website is like your digital HQ,
No, wait.
especially when you're thinking about all those anonymous buyers out there.
Right.
But how do you keep them engaged and wanting more?
Content marketing.
Okay.
But not just any content. We're talking valuable, original problem-solving stuff.
I like that. So it's about giving people something useful, something that helps them solve a problem or make a better decision.
Exactly.
You become a resource, not just another sales pitch.
Exactly. And once you've got that killer content, you got to get it in front of the right people.
Okay, so strategic distribution,
Exactly.
social media newsletters, all that.
All of it.
Even paid promo, if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got strong brand, we've got killer content, we've got a distribution strategy,
Right.
but there's this big tech elephant in the room that we got to talk about.
Okay.
AI.
Uh-huh.
Is it really all it's cracked up to be, or is it just another buzzword?
No, AI is more than just hype. It's already changing the game, especially when it comes to personalization and efficiency.
Can you give me a real-world example of how AI is actually being used in B2B marketing right now?
The use of AI to create personalized videos for mass prospecting. So think about sending hundreds of prospects unique videos, each one tailored to their industry, their role, even their recent online activity.
Okay, that is officially mind-blowing.
It's pretty remarkable. And it's not just about, the flashy tech. It's also about streamlining everyday tasks.
Yeah.
Think about AI-powered chatbots on your website,
Right.
providing 24/7 support, freeing up your team to focus on, bigger picture stuff.
But all this is useless if people can't find you in the first place.
Right.
So let's talk about how to get on the radar of those anonymous buyers through the magic of SEO.
SEO is essential, but it's changing a lot.
How so?
It's going from just, ranking high to providing a really exceptional search experience.
Okay.
It's not enough to just cram your website with keywords anymore.
So it's less about tricking Google and more about creating a website that people actually like using.
Exactly.
Okay, but how do you know what good looks like?
Google actually has a set of metrics called Core Web Vitals
Okay.
that measure things like loading speed, how stable things look on the page,
Mhm.
and how quickly your website responds when someone interacts with it.
I get it. Google wants to reward websites that put the user first.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground. We talked about the power of brand, the importance of creating valuable content, the evolving role of SEO. But let's dive into a concept that I find particularly fascinating, buyer intent detection.
Oh, yeah, buyer intent detection. That's a game changer.
It is.
It's like having a secret window into what those anonymous buyers are thinking. Imagine being able to identify potential customers who are actively researching your products or services, even if they haven't filled out a form or given you their contact information.
Hold on, are we talking about mind reading here? How is that even possible?
It's not magic, but it feels like it.
Okay.
It looks at huge amounts of data looking for patterns and signals that tell you how interested a visitor really is.
Uh-huh.
It could be anything from the specific pages they visit on your website
Okay.
to the keywords they use in search engines to how they interact with your social media posts.
Wow, so even though they're staying anonymous, you can still get a sense of who they are and what they're interested in.
Exactly.
That's like a gold mine of information.
It's pretty powerful, and that brings us to a concept that's closely related to buyer intent detection,
Okay.
account-based marketing.
Okay, ABM. I've heard that thrown around a lot lately, but I'm not really sure what it means.
Account-based marketing, it's a strategic approach that flips the traditional marketing funnel on its head. Instead of trying to reach as many people as possible,
Yeah.
you focus your efforts on a select group of high-value target accounts.
So it's a laser-focused approach to marketing. But it sounds like ABM needs a lot of coordination between marketing and sales.
It does. You're right. ABM, it's a team effort.
Yeah.
It needs close collaboration between marketing and sales
Okay.
to make sure those target accounts have a good experience.
This is all fascinating stuff. We've covered so much already, but there's still so much more to explore. We'll be back soon with more deep dives into the world of industrial and B2B marketing. So until then, happy learning.
And remember, the B2B landscape is constantly changing, so stay curious, keep experimenting,
Never stop looking for new ways to connect with your audience.
and to grow your business.
Exactly. And remember, the best B2B marketers are the ones who never forget about the human element.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, it's all about building those genuine connections and giving your customers real value.
Thanks for joining us on this amazing deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time.